You feel like you're not good enough, you'll settle for poor behavior. You'll settle for someone who doesn't consider your needs, for someone who may well be emotionally abusive. You will settle for someone who doesn't contribute to the relationship financially, physically, emotionally, mentally. Hello, my love! I am back and I have a fresh new cup, which feels really good. New hair, new year, all the things. And I'm also back in Lisbon, which has been exciting because I've been on the road for 4 long months. Today's episode is about settling. And I know it's something that so many women find challenging, to really go after the thing that you want. Whether it is the dating life that you want, whether it's the kind of relationship that you really want, maybe it's something in your career, maybe it's that you're settling in the day-to-day ways in which you show up for yourself, your health, your body, your veracity, your expression, like speaking your truth. And this is one of the ways that I know so many women end up feeling that really deep self-doubt and start questioning their worth and questioning your timeline and questioning your life path, and it can have you in a place of overwhelm as well. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 ways in which women settle, or why women settle, and then also I'm going to give you 3 actions to do to move forward, to start making different choices so that you live a life that you are excited by, that you find pleasurable, that you feel really connected to, that you're a yes to versus a no or a maybe. Before I get started on those things, I just really want to say that I totally get it. I spent so many years settling in relationships with emotionally unavailable men. I spent years settling in, not dating and avoiding and just refocusing and distracting in work. I spent so many years settling into a 9-to-5 that did not light me up. I get it. I also understand like how it can almost feel like impossible, of like, well, how do I change it? Because this is all I know. And this is what I'm hoping to get you started with on this video. One of the reasons why women tend to settle is the age-old thing that I know so many people, men included, can experience, and that is scarcity. Most of the time, especially for a woman, it can be connected to time scarcity.
I'm running out of time. There's not enough time.
And when we have age as a factor, especially with biological clock,
ticking.
In relationships, it can be really easy to settle for less than what you want, less than feels good, less than you truly deserve. One of the reasons why then a woman ends up in a relationship that isn't aligned with her truth is because there is a part of her that is scared of running out of time, being left on the shelf, not being able to meet someone else if she leaves this relationship. And this same thing can be applied to work. You might have been in the same job for years and you're either stagnant, like you're getting bored because you don't experience any growth, or you just simply want to change, or you're not being valued by way of the work that you're doing or the money that you're receiving, so you just settle, you stay. Because there's a part of you that's saying, what if nothing better is on the other side of this? And that scarcity is phantom. It's not necessarily real. Yes, we have a biological clock. Yes, time is real. But the truth is that there's endless opportunities if you take action and move forward with them. That's number 1. Another reason is low self-worth. If you grew up thinking and believing that you didn't do good enough, so you had to do more, you had to achieve more, you had to prove yourself more, and you never received the feedback from your parents or caregivers or teachers or community that, hey, you're doing such a great job, you're doing awesome. If you've never received that feedback loop and the co-regulation of like,
I'm really seen, I'm really understood, I'm really wanted, I'm really appreciated, I'm really loved, liked, approved of,
then we can carry that forward into our adult life. And we'll constantly have this energy of, I need to make up, or I need to do more because I'm not enough. And how that translates and represents itself in relationships is, if you feel like you're not good enough, then you'll settle for poor behavior. You'll settle for someone who doesn't consider your needs. You'll settle for someone who may well be emotionally abusive. You'll settle for someone who doesn't contribute to the relationship financially, physically, emotionally, mentally. And that then reinforces the undercurrent of the belief of, I'm not good enough. So the settling cycle continues. Women then end up staying stuck in that victim mindset and never really being able to push outside of their window of tolerance, essentially. The uncomfortable zone of saying yes to something that they truly, on some level, are absolutely deserving of, but there's a heavy-weighted part of them that doesn't believe it. It's about challenging that belief system and that part of you that has been told over and over and over again by others, but then also by your previous choices in life that you're not good enough. That's number 2. Number 3, and this is a really important one, and I know that so many women say that they have this, and then when I start working with women and women start coming into Reclaim Her, my group program, it transpires that women don't have this thing, and that is clarity. That is a deep sense of knowing of what and who you want. What you want from your life, who you want in your life. And when I say clarity, I mean clarity. The details, the specifics. Not because we absolutely are going to manifest that. Manifestation is an interesting thing. We either get what we want in some shape or form, or we get what we need to counterpart it, or better. One of the things about clarity and being specific is that it creates this deep sense of relaxation in your body when you know. Just think about it. How many times have you been in a relationship or a dating experience with a man? You wanted to know,
is this a date?
You wanted to know,
is this guy interested in me? I want to know more about this guy and his life history and his past and his stories.
And when you don't know, it doesn't feel good, right? Tell me I'm wrong. I know that this is true for me, and I know it's true for so many women that I speak to. It's so reassuring and attractive, and it's just an amazing thing when we have this information, because it stops us wondering and searching and second guessing and all of the things. Now imagine having that for yourself, that deep sense of knowing, of understanding, the curation and the creating of what it is that you want and what it is that you're showing up for yourself for. And that's going to stop you settling, because if it's not that, you don't want it, because it's not in alignment with the thing that you have been emotionally enrolling yourself into. Having clarity on exactly what you want is the leverage that you need to show up for your life in all of the ways and to stop you settling. And the more that you do this in your life, the more that you don't settle in the small ways, like the food that you have when you go out to a restaurant, the ways in which you show up for yourself at the gym, and the ways in which you show up for yourself on the dates that you go on. The more times you're like, I'm a no, and that's okay. I'm a no, and that's exciting because it's closer to my yes. The more you do that, the more you make space for your yes, and you're in alignment with the thing that's really going to light you up. And the more confidence and self-love and self-devotion and self-trust that you instill within yourself. I'm going to talk into some practices that you can do to stop yourself settling and create more of an energetic in creating more of what you do want. So the number one thing, I speak about it a lot on this channel, and if you haven't hit subscribe yet and you want more of this juice, then hit subscribe. It's body work, because 80% of the information that is going in and up and down our body to our mind is 80% up. 80% of the information comes from our body, and then 20% of the body, the sensory information of the world, goes down into the body. So the body leads. It's really important that we are actually connected to our body, we're connected to our emotions, we're connected to our sensory feelings, we're connected to our mobility, we're connected to this vessel that has all of this wisdom inside of us. We're very well trained to be up here, to be analysing, to be working, to be thinking, to be doing, to be planning, to be worrying, to be doing all of the energy work up here, and we don't want to disregard the mind. It's awesome. But what we want to do is we really want to activate our intuition and our feeling and our expression, because it's all coming from body. And the more that we live from here, the more we're connected to our truth, the more we're connected to what we want. And the less likely it will be that we will settle for something that isn't a full fuck yes. Number 2, start creating behaviors and actions, experiences in your life that are in alignment to the abundance that you want to experience. So for example, waiting for some day or for someone to show you the way ain't gonna work. You absolutely have to take action. It is the only way that you're gonna create changes. Now, going straight from A to Z isn't gonna happen either, because you can't go from like settling to like life of abundance with absolutely everything that I want in it. There is a journey that you have to go on. There are things that you need to let go of. There are things that you need to embody and integrate, and a new way of being that gets to be a new way of living for you. Because here's the thing, if the current version of you had everything and wasn't settling, then you'd have it. It would already be in your existence. The truth is, based on results, you don't have the things that you want right now. And that is because there are certain aspects of your thinking and behaving that aren't in alignment towards that thing. So you get to really dissect what it is that you want. If you want a man, a certain type of man, because you got the clarity now, you've got to really start to think about the ways in which you get to show up for yourself. That is in an energetic alignment and a match to him. And then the last thing that I want to leave you with is get that clarity. Find the space to sit with yourself for a couple of hours to start asking yourself, what kind of man do I want? What kind of lifestyle do I want? What kind of relationship do I want to my body? What kind of relationship do I want to myself? What kind of relationships do I want with my sisters, my sisterhood, women? What kind of relationship do I want with my family? Because it all counts. All of it is essentially creating like this compounding of energy within you of you choosing yourself. And the more you choose yourself in all of the ways, the less likely that you'll settle in all areas of your life as well. I hope that you received some juice from this video. I truly enjoyed delivering this to you. I'm super excited to read your comments. Please hit subscribe if you haven't done already, and also share this video with one of your girlfriends who you know gets to receive this juice.